Hey everybody, Mrs. Bianchi. We're looking at number 17 from the mid-chapter review. 4 students took an exam. The fraction of the total possible points that each received is given. Which student had the highest score? So we have Monica, Lily, Nikki, and Sydney. Now, we have a couple options that we can do. One option is to take advantage of the fact that each of the denominators happens to be a factor of 100. So we can use equivalent fractions as our approach, because 25 is a factor of 100, 20 is a factor of 100, 5 is a factor of 100, and so is 4. Now, if we're going to use that approach, we have to figure out how many times this goes into 100 and multiply that same. So in this case, it would be times 4. So we'd have to find what 22 times 4 is. Down here, we'd have to find what 5 times 20 is 100, so we'd have to find what 4 times 20 is. Down here, this would be times 5, so we'd have to do 17 times 5. And here, 4 times 25 would be 100, so you'd have to find what 3 times 25 is to get the missing numerator. So if you're not a fan of that method, then you can just take each numerator and divide it by the denominator. So if we take 22 and we divide it by 25, that's going to give us the same thing we get up here, right? So let's finish this up just to show you why you get the same thing. Now 22 times 4 would end up giving you 88. So did you know that 25 would go into this 8 times and we would get 200? And if we subtract, we get 20 left over, and we would bring down this 0, and wouldn't it go in 8 times again? And did you know that 88 over 100 is supposed to easily convert to 88 hundredths? So this reads as 88 hundredths, this and this read as 88 hundredths. So we can put it either as a fraction or a decimal, it doesn't matter, but Monica is 88 hundredths. Now if we look at Lily, she has 17 out of 20. Now if we finish this product right here and figure out what 17 times 5 is to get this missing number, this times this is 35. This times this is 5, plus this would be 8. So this is 85 hundredths. That's supposed to easily convert to 85 hundredths. So we either one, that's the same value, but I'm going to write it as a decimal, 85 hundredths. Now, did you know that if we did 17 and divided it by 20, that we would get 85 hundredths? Doesn't 20 times 8 equal 160? And if we subtract, we get that, and wouldn't we bring down the 0? And wouldn't 20 times 5 be 100? So you really have to ask yourself, when you see these types of questions, which method looks easier to you? So it's my opinion that this looks a little bit easier, but if you don't like this approach, then just finish up by doing 4 divided by 5 to get Nikki, do 3 divided by 4 to get Sydney, and I would write the values that you get next to it so you keep track. Now remember, they want to know which student had the highest score. So far Monica is higher than Lily, but you need to see if Nikki and Sydney have a higher score than this. And then you'll bubble in the person that has the highest score. All right, good luck finishing this up.